Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Allott, and thank you so much for clicking on the video to learn more about my clinical practice. I am a naturopathic physician and an acupuncturist in the state of Washington, and I have a clinical practice that's available for all individuals who are living in the state of Washington, because I now do virtual. So let me tell you a little bit about my practice and what I often tell people prior to them making an appointment, because I almost always like to talk to people before they make an appointment, is that I have a clinical practice that specializes in non-pharmaceutical interventions for mental health. So what does that mean? It means that I'm really interested in your physiology. I really love studying physiology and helping people figure out why their brain and their body is not at its best. And we do that in a process. The process I've developed over the last 15 years of practice and working exclusively with people with mental health and addiction problems. And so what we do is you fill out a lengthy intake form, which you can find on my website. And I want to know everything that's going on in your body. I want to know about your bowel movements. I want to know about your skin, because this tells me what is going on in your body and what nutrients you might have or that you might be lacking. And you're also going to fill out a registration form. We're going to set up an appointment virtually or in person, depending on this moment. At that first appointment, we're going to go over the intake form, and we're also going to set up an experiment, which we pick one of your chief complaints, one of the things you want to change. Usually it's anxiety, fatigue, stomach issues, depression, bipolar symptoms, insomnia are some of the most common things that people come in with. We set up a mini experiment that you think that you can do. That's the most important thing. You think you can do. And so that you can go home, try it out, and come back. And you will come back and you'll be like, that helped a lot. That helped some. And that didn't help at all. All of those answers are fine, because it tells me what's happening in your body so that I can rule out, like, this isn't happening or this is a part of the picture. In that second appointment, often we will discuss neurotransmitters, dopamine, acetylcholine, GABA, and serotonin, because these neurotransmitters help our brain to function. And if we are deficient in them in any way, we don't feel like ourselves. And so this discussion helps you understand a little more about your brain, because I want you to be able to be like, oh, my brain is having a problem, and I am not my brain. It also gives me some ideas about what's going on nutritionally, so that at the third appointment, we can do blood work. We set up blood work. So after being in practice for 15 years, more than 15 years, there are a lot of labs I can do, which is why I never do it at the first appointment. I always wait until the third or fourth appointment, because I want it really targeted at what's going on for you. And we've also had 2 weeks, usually 2 to 4 weeks, in which to start moving you forward, so that we're not just measuring the bottom of the barrel. Sometimes we do blood work that can go through your insurance, or we can ask your physician to do that. And often I do cortisol, which is our stress hormone, because often people who come see me have a history of trauma, which can influence cortisol, or are living very stressful lives currently, which can influence cortisol. The fourth appointment, we go through the lab work in detail. I have been accused of over-interpreting labs, and I'm fine with that. There are certain lab values that I think are too broad, and I want you in a much more narrow range, so that your brain has the protein and minerals and vitamins, particularly B vitamins, to synthesize neurotransmitters and help you be at your best. The fifth and sixth appointment are sort of it depends on the individual, on what you need. But generally, when people are coming in, I ask you to think about coming to see me for 6 appointments. Other questions that are commonly asked: how long are the appointments? So generally the first appointment is 75 minutes long, and then I have hour appointments and 45-minute appointments. And I just charge people for the time we are together. I am not on any insurance plans. The reason why I'm not on any insurance plans is that the structure of the insurance plan does not allow me to focus on what's going on for you. And so I am a cash practice, and the cost of those appointments, the first appointment is $280 for 75 minutes. After that, a 75-minute appointment is $240, and it scales down from there. Some people come and see me once a month because that's what they can afford. I can give you a super bill that you can submit to your insurance. Some insurance reimburse you, some people don't. And then I also try and give you the best resources once we work together. I try and make sure that you're in the best place to get where your goal is. And so often once we figure out what's going on, I'll try and refer you back into the insurance system if you need more support. So if you're interested in connecting with me, the best way to do that is to call me, which is 206-579-2757. Everybody who comes to see me has to talk to me first. And so that's probably the best way to start. If I am not a fit for you for some reason because of time or money, I would really encourage you to poke around on my website, KristenAllott.com, KristenAllott. There are lots of free resources, and in February 2021, I will have a new workbook coming out with my co-author, Natasha Duarte, published by New Harbinger. And so hopefully you'll find that helpful as well. So have a great day.